This video is sponsored by Claro. Hello lovely people.
Hi.
We had this video planned for absolutely ages and it was in the diary. And then Rose and Rosie also released a video called
Pretty much same
Reacting to
title.
Your Parenting Assumptions. And we were
Yeah.
like,
Reading your parenting assumptions, I think this is.
how different. Basically, we asked for your assumptions about our parenting on our Instagram account, Jessie and Claude. I don't know how you can have assumptions yet though. I mean, I guess you can make assumptions anytime.
I mean, someone's assumption was your child will be British. I mean, I'd assume so.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
We're currently 23 weeks pregnant.
Bump update!
Yeah, get that belly out. Okay, so get ready for some parenting assumptions. There will also at one point be a break for a baby fashion show.
Because so many people have assumed like, baby will have an amazing wardrobe and baby will look so vintage and Jessica will dress it up in like little dresses. So we thought, well, we've actually got quite a few baby clothes already because we're going to help ourselves. So we're going to just show you a little selection of what we've bought.
You won't show your baby in front of the camera until he or she is old enough to decide if he or she wants it.
No.
No?
No, we've talked about this on our last video. We said we will, just not the face.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Obviously our baby will be in it. No, I mean like I think we will include their legs and their hands, like non-identification.
Like from the back.
Yeah, like no face.
And then when they're older,
when they can speak, when they're like 2.5 and they're like, no, then we'll just be like, okay, we've got to respect their wishes. Will your child be raised up with lots of time in nature?
yes, absolutely, 100%. It's very important for us.
Yes, one of the reasons we bought the house we currently live in because it's got a nice garden and we're going to grow vegetables, and Jessica got me a greenhouse, like little thing for Christmas. We thought, oh, we'll get them like a little spade. And like...
Even before we were pregnant, we already had an area just made at the bottom of the garden, which is like a toddler playground.
Yeah, it's covered in bark chips, all ready for like kind of like slides and swings and things, which we haven't got yet. But the neighbours must think, what is that random like barked area at the bottom of their garden for?
We're like, it's playground ready. You don't plan to co-sleep, but Claudia will probably break the rules because she's the same with the dogs.
Well, actually, I've been doing very well this week with our new sleeping arrangements.
Yeah, as some of you know, we bought our house as a project house almost 2 years ago. We've been doing it up and finally, we have moved into the room that will be our proper master bedroom.
Yeah. It's got views of Brighton and the sea, and most importantly, the dogs aren't allowed in it.
No.
They don't even come up the stairs to that level.
They have never been in the room.
No.
It was very tough for one night.
Yeah.
Walter came and woke us up every 45 minutes.
Yeah, scratching on the door, whining.
But since then, subsequent nights have been very good. Claudia's building some kind of resolve.
Yeah, I actually get to cuddle my wife at night time as opposed to just having Walter's bum in my face. No assumption, but always interested how couples divide or don't divide maternity leave.
We are in the interesting position of we are both self-employed, but in quite different ways. So I'm a content creator and I just work online. I take different jobs and...
You're your own boss.
I am my own boss.
Yeah,
I am my own boss. I own my own company.
Exactly.
Woo, got me.
Whereas I am a self-employed dentist, I still have to pay my taxes as if I'm self-employed, but I'm registered as an NHS dentist, so I'm still contractually under the NHS. So I still get things like maternity leave, maternity pay.
But she doesn't get sick pay because she's self-employed.
But at least I get maternity pay.
Yeah.
That's good. So I get 6 months pay, and then after that in the UK you are allowed to have up to 12 months off with statutory pay, so they give you like a certain amount per week. So I'll have 6 months pay based on my dentistry, and then after that anytime I'll just get statutory government maternity pay. So
I'm self-employed, so I get nothing.
So it just kind of made sense. Obviously I take the official maternity leave, but you are going to take 8 weeks off.
I am actually going to take 8 weeks off after the baby is born.
This is going to be very hard for Jessica.
Going to freak out about it. Don't be surprised if you see the occasional video popping up.
Yeah.
I'm like, I couldn't help it. I just needed my time alone.
But the point is that there's not going to be any pressure on Jessica to release weekly videos or daily Instagram.
Because to be honest, I do have quite a harsh boss.
A harsh boss.
It's me. I'm my own harsh boss. Harsh boss.
Okay, boss.
Okay, British people and those whose cultures also stereotypically hate talking about money, prepare yourselves. So, what do you think of when I say personal finance or saving and investing? Is it fear? Completely valid if it's fear. My first feeling is fear. For the last 2 years, alongside buying a project house and spending money to do it up so it will make us money back in the long run, which admittedly would have been a much easier thing to do in a year that did not also involve a global pandemic, we also had to be smart with our finances to pay for fertility treatment. One of the questions we get asked the most is, how much money should I save if I'm planning on fertility treatment? And the answer is we really can't answer that for you. Both because it's one of those how long is a piece of string questions. No one knows exactly before they begin how many tries it will take or whether there'll be any bumps in the road. And we all have different ideas of how much is too much. So the best strategy would be to set your own achievable personal savings goal and work towards that. Then start your journey knowing that you have that amount in your pot to fall back on. Which is how we come to today's sponsor, Claro. Claro is an app in the startup stage, a digital finance coach and community that centers on empowering people to make better finance decisions. They give you options of financial products that suit your goals and your needs, and they guide you through personal finance stuff, like saving money to raise a miniature human and buy multiples of a very cute lamb. I'll admit, I'm a bit of a haphazard saver. I tend to just sort of throw chunks of cash into my savings account whenever I feel flush and then realise I forgot I actually have to pay bills and then don't do that, don't be me. I'm good at saving money overall in a big picture sense, but if you zoom into that graph, it's a lot of ups and downs, ups and downs. Why does no one teach you this at school, by the way? Why do we have to spend 24 months going over and over as mice and men, again and again and again, but no one ever thinks we need to learn about how to manage our money, that thing we are all going to come into contact with? Or is this just me? Did I not go to a posh enough school? If you go to a really expensive nursery, do they kind of teach you about pension bonds while you're also learning your ABCs? Well, if so, that's profoundly awful. Whether you have a lot of money or a little, you still need to know how to best make it work for you. Even if you only have £100 to save, where do you put that money? How can you use it to make more money? Being clever with money is not a skill that should only be accessible to those with parents who are already loaded, or who can afford schools that teach you how to continue being able to afford those schools. My parents are not maths people, they won't mind me saying. They're very artistic. From the age of about 5, though, they had to get me to do their mental arithmetic for them. Bless them. They couldn't teach me about finance if they tried. So it's my job to now teach myself everything I can, and Claro is going to help me to do that. Alongside using the latest open banking technology to help you find the best approach to your individual financial situation, they'll also have articles and videos to help you build up your financial literacy, along with, and I'm really excited for this, a jargon buster to help overcome the barrier of complex financial terms. Oh, and we haven't even got to the best part. So the app is not just an app, because there are many apps. No. Claro gives you access to an actual human financial coach. A human being, a living, breathing one, with thoughts and feelings, who you can talk to, and help you build a personalised financial plan that works for you and your goals. Or not, that's just me. You might be amazing at finance, in which case the app will still be useful to you for saving and investing. It's just that I'm an amoeba. Actually, wait, okay, I'm changing my mind. The best thing about Claro is they don't tell you exactly which product to invest in or what to buy, so you don't really have to worry about being pushed into something you're not interested in or ready for. Claro is a human coach. They just guide you in the right direction, help you to up your financial confidence, tell you about some things that might work for you, and then just let you make the moves. They're empowering you to make smarter financial decisions, and they can help make sure that those decisions are responsible too. Responsible investing is making sure where you put your money has a good social and environmental impact. That means that even if fossil fuels are all looking like a good moneymaker this month, you steer clear. Now you may be thinking, Jessica, this sounds amazing. I need to download this app immediately. Well, excellent, but hold your horses. So Claro is a UK startup and the app hasn't even launched yet, so you're getting all this juicy information before anyone else. You're welcome. Which means, my dear pals who would like help building a personalised financial plan or finding financial products that align with your individual goals or spending habits, you need to go to claromoney.co.uk/Jessica. The link's in the description. Yes, it's got my name in. And sign up for the waiting list, which, fun fact, is completely free. And Claro are protecting 25 trees for each person who signs up. So yes, for more information, to sign up to the waiting list and to protect 25 trees, click that link in the description.
Bows will be mandatory in baby style, courtesy of Jessica, of course.
Yes, absolutely. Whether it's a bow in the hair, a bow on the neck, a bow on some shoes, I'm ready. I think
this is a good segue to our little baby fashion show right now. One of the assumptions was, will you dress your baby in gender neutral clothes? And another question was like, will you avoid gender stereotyped colours.
We're going to dress our baby in a lot of light blue because have you seen baby blue on a baby?
It's so nice.
It's adorable. Case in point, here we are. It's from the John Lewis Heirloom collection. Look at the doggies.
Oh, I love like children and babies in like knitted cardigans and things. And that can go on a boy or a girl. I mean, we don't really believe baby blue goes on boys and pink goes on girls.
I mean, to be fair, that switch around is actually very modern in itself. Yeah. Other bows, like this little top, which is from a shop called Little Gents Clothing. But Little Gents, who says my daughter can't wear a tuxedo top onesie with a bow tie?
The bow tie comes off, so it can just be like a little collar.
A little
and you could always
tuxedo
put the bit round the hair.
Here we have another outfit that I would not say has a particular gender.
No, it's got these really cute little birdies on the collar.
It's delightful.
And these like lovely socks that you pull up. For Jessica's birthday from our friend, she got some John Lewis gift vouchers and she spent all of it on baby clothes.
Now you may be thinking, that was a lot of blue there, Jessica. That could have been a lot of boys that's leaning heavy. No, don't worry. My baby shopping knows no bounds.
Yeah, and look, they've got it's got a petticoat.
Yeah, it has its
and
own
matching
inbuilt
little like
petticoat
pant
and
things.
bloomers.
I mean, I personally feel very comfortable putting whatever baby we have into what we showed you so far. I don't feel that comfortable about putting a boy baby in a buggy around the park, just because I think everyone would be like, oh, what a lovely girl. I mean, Jessica's like, oh, I don't see what the problem is, but I mean,
you would allow a 3-year-old boy
no,
to wear a dress.
yeah, that's the thing. Once they're old enough to decide what they want to wear, I don't mind if our 2-year-old, 3-year-old, whatever, says, I want to wear this pink dress. I'll be like, okay, whether they're a boy or a girl or whatever.
Well,
but I think putting a baby that doesn't have a say in a very, very gendered item of clothing that will make other people believe it is that gender.
Well, okay, fine, we'll just wear it around the house.
Oh, these are so cute.
These are so cute. I think this is what my grandmother would call seersucker.
I just imagine a little baby wearing this down on the beach, making sandcastles. Anyway, so there you go. Lammy has a bow.
Lammy, I've decided, is going to be our child's favourite toy.
Yes, we assume this will be our child's favourite toy. So much
renaming is acceptable.
Yeah, so much so that Jessica has bought 2 of them because she's like, but if it becomes the favourite toy, which it will be so loved that it will look a bit manky after a while, so we need to get 2.
Well, not just
also,
that,
what if it loses it?
Yeah, exactly. Clever mama already bought another one. So
it's a sign that you're going to be a great mum already.
Thanks, baby.
Which brings us back to some more assumptions of Jessica's going to be good cop mum and I'm going to be bad cop mum, which I thought was very harsh.
Lots of people, very interestingly, this was so split, 50-50. People were like,
stricter.
Jessica's going to be strict.
Well, I guess it has to be one or the other. It's 50-50.
Good cop, bad cop.
One of us will be strict on certain things more so than the other, and vice versa.
Yeah, you'll have things that you care a lot more about.
I'll be like really like particular about certain things that rules need to be applied, and you'll be like, whatever, it doesn't matter. And you'll have like, yeah, same. We both like rules and structure and a routine and schedule.
Yeah. Which works wonderfully with Montessori, thankfully, which is the type of child rearing that I should really make a video about because I keep
going on about
mentioning it. And then people are like, what'd be that? But you can Google. You'll encourage open communication, aka talking back, as some parents call it.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, completely. Of course.
I mean, you don't have to drop the M word in here then, darling, like, Montessori. Oh! Say, well, a Montessori way, oh my god. But anyway, no, I think even before we'd ever read those books, we are big believers, just our personalities are the type that we believe in communication to deal with problems.
Yes.
We don't like arguing. We don't do silent treatment.
Talk it out.
Yeah, we always talk things out, and we just believe that's how it should be done in the house. Will you force your children to play sports?
Force them?
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
I think it's really good for a child to have particular interests, things that they really enjoy doing, extracurriculars, because I didn't have any.
We both want to give our child as much opportunity. So often though, people would argue that you have to force them into clubs and extracurricular activity before the child even knows that that's what they like, because how are they going to know? But I think we'd use the word force. Surely it'd just be like, do you want to go to that football club down the road? And if they're like, not really, and I'm like, okay.
Just try stuff out, really.
Yeah,
like, how are you going to find what your thing is? How do you find your sport until you've
I think children usually know their own minds.
We know nothing about sports, so but we're very supportive of our child.
There's 2 parks actually near us, and one is like a rugby ground, around. So like if they're into rugby.
playing
And Jessica's immediately already said like they're not playing rugby. But anyway,
Playing
I was
rugby.
like, if they want to play rugby, they should
Absolutely
play
not
rugby.
playing rugby.
And then the other
No.
one's got like football on Saturday mornings, and then there's some tennis courts nearby, and there's a skate park nearby. Jessica said she will go and watch cricket, but she will not watch football because of the seasons that they're played in.
Cricket is played in the summer when it is nice and warm and generally not raining.
And football is like always really smelly. They always like, you know. But anyway, I have said I will
The
do
mud
that.
that comes from football as well. If people give you plastic, noisy, ugly toys, you'll awkwardly hide them in a cupboard.
We have actually made a very large cupboard just for this purpose.
That's not just the purpose of the cupboard, I swear.
No. I'm hoping people wouldn't give us those sort of things because we're already quite open about the fact we don't want those sort of things. We don't want noisy toys, we don't want plastic toys.
We should say that there are reasons behind this though. It's not like we're just
Snobs.
rah. Yes, thank you. We're not just snobs. And we just want our child to have toys that
We
help
want them to have-
learn and grow.
We want them to have quality items, so obviously understandably things that aren't plastic, that things are made of wood or whatever, often are more expensive, but that's one of the reasons we prefer those toys, because we're snobs. Because like we want to show our child and teach them about respecting quality items that last, so that toy they have can last years and then be passed down to their sibling, whereas plastic toys often are not really respected because they're cheaply made, they feel
break
like
very easily.
they break easily, they often involve batteries and then they leak and then you need to chuck them, and
Yeah.
so that's the reason really.
Just a few really good things.
Also, we believe in open-ended play, so things that don't make noises, and also you should be able to see how something makes a noise if it is going to make a noise rather than just pressing a button.
I'm going to have to write down the baby instructions for Jessica, temperatures and times. This is actually something that I
don't think I will
want.
have. Yeah, I was gonna say I won't have to write them. She will write them herself.
Yes.
And we'll have post-it notes everywhere. Probably.
I suffer from memory problems, which often mean if I don't do something every single day or even once a week, I will completely forget how to do it. And it happens with things that you would think would just be like, oh, of course, yeah, obvious. Like curling my hair, for instance. If I don't curl my hair exactly the same way every time, I forget how to do it. Even if I've curled it the same way for 6 months, if I take 2 weeks and do something different with it, I'm like, oh. With Montessori planning, they advise
Got the M word in again.
I know, I'm sorry. They advise that you don't have a schedule, you have a routine. So instead of having things timed, like at this time we will do this, at this time this happens, this time this happens, it's more a movement of things. So if you're getting ready in the morning, you move between different, brushing your hair, brushing your teeth, putting your clothes on, that type of thing, but it's not timed.
Jessica is 100% going to end up president of the Parent-Teacher Association.
If they'll have me. I had to explain what Parent-Teacher Association is to Claudia, but it's basically where the parents of a school get together and like raise money and put on events, and they all take different times of doing things, getting involved.
Yeah, like we watched that drama that we really love, Motherland.
Yes.
That's good, because they're kind of a bit like involved in the Parent-Teacher Association, aren't they?
But also too cool to be. I'm really sorry
If
to
you're the
tell you
president.
this, but it is going to happen. You are going to have to socialise with the parents of our children's friends. You're going to get a kid who seems completely different from both of you and be baffled.
I don't know, why would we be baffled? It's not like I expect it to come out like mini me or mini you.
No, but what if it comes out and it can name all the footballers?
I mean, if it came out and like literally within one day it was naming all the footballers, I'd be like, this baby makes weird noises when it cries.
A lot of people have assumed that we're going to raise the baby in a gender neutral way. And I think we are to an extent, as we kind of talked about at the start, because we don't put gender labels onto specific activities, colours,
I really want
traits of a human
child to have a doll of some type because it teaches, well, apparently it teaches like empathy and role playing and socialization and Lego, train set.
We want them to have everything, just
Personally,
be interested in all different types.
When I
of
was
stuff.
little, I didn't like dolls, but at least I had them given to me, so I knew I didn't like them.
Did have a teddy. So yeah, they'll have a full range of supposed things that are gendered in terms of toys and clothes
Activities,
and
sports.
whatever they want to do after school. They can have all of the fun in the world. But I think we still use the pronouns of the sex they're assigned at birth.
Yeah, until
they tell us
otherwise.
Otherwise.
Yeah.
We just continue.
You won't let the baby grow up attached to electronics.
True.
Why are you laughing?
Because we've told Claudia's nephew that the TV's broken in our house.
Oh yeah, since this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, so now
Yeah.
he doesn't ask for TV in our house.
No, that's true. He used to come around and the first thing he'd be like, CBeebies, which is like children's BBC television.
It's like baby TV.
Yeah, he'd be like, I want to watch CBeebies, I want to watch CBeebies. But now we're just like, TV's broken, so he's like, oh.
And we have a little box of toys for him,
Now
and he just picks one of
now he
those.
plays stuff instead because he's like, that option has been removed. So yes, we want to start with good intentions because I shouldn't say we're not going to ever allow our children to watch TV because, you know, sometimes
Who knows?
Going to try and be a bit more forgiving on ourselves and flexible.
Yes,
like we
totally
say,
no worries if
we say we
it
have all these
happens.
intentions, but they are just good intentions. We're not going to criticize ourselves if our child ends up watching more than like 1 hour of TV a day. What if you have a migraine that day
Oh yeah.
and you just like, I can't.
I mean, I think our intention would be that we wouldn't want to work electronics into the baby's everyday life.
I think it's quite nice that we have things like Netflix and the Disney Channel because we can select favourite shows or shows that we like and they have set period of time that they play for and then they kind of end.
Yeah.
Whereas like normal TV, there's like adverts that you can't control
Show you
like
other programs.
the other program just
Maybe they're
immediately
old for
starts
you.
into another program and then it's like, you know, I think it's easier to just say, okay, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna watch blah de blah for half an hour.
Thank you so much for watching and for joining us for a baby show of clothes. It was great. It was wonderful. Thank you for submitting your assumptions.
If you would like a video just all of baby clothes, let us know. We have enough.
Please let us know. Please say yes to that. I'm so ready. If you'd like to see more from us across the internet, then you can find out all of our handles and links and whatnot down in the description below, where you will also find a link to Claro. Ooh, go, click that link, sign up, and you'll save 25 trees. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye.
Bye.